welcome back to Trinity Dairy. Today is November 28th, 2025. You can see we still got snow on the ground. Supposedly they say we got 10 inches in this area, but I don't know. If we did, we've lost a lot of it. Of course, when it came down, it was really windy, so a lot of the open areas it blew off. But even on my driveway, that's pretty shielded. It looks like there's not much there. On the driveway, the long stretch is probably about 3-4 inches there, which I think we got more than that. But with the ground not being frozen underneath, a lot of it has melted from underneath. And yesterday it was pretty warm with the sun out. It was melting, so I think quite a bit of it has melted away. Obviously, there's places where there's drifts from all the wind that are going to be quite a bit deeper, but it's not too bad to get through now. The places that we've plowed out, the ground is frozen up underneath those now, so it makes it a little easier to get around. I haven't done a lot of snow plowing just because it's not frozen underneath. Then you're digging up dirt and making a mess out of everything. But anyway, today what we're going to try to do is get the Uni back home. That's still, we're all done picking the corn that's away from home, but the picker's still sitting over there, so try to get that back home today and get it up to this other field, hopefully. And then I think what I'm going to do, if I can get it up there, I don't think I'll have any issue picking, because I'm sure that there ain't much snow in the field where it's open. But like I mentioned before, the road getting up there could be really badly drifted. That's what we're going to go check out right now, see what that looks like, if I need to get that plowed open, or maybe it was enough wind that it blew it pretty much out of there. So hopefully that's the case, but we'll find out. But anyway, I think what I'm going to do, if I can get up there, is I'm going to pick the wagons full and then see where we're at from there, how much is left. It doesn't look like there's any major snows in the forecast here for a while. There's a little bit of snow, you know, dusting here, dusting there, but what I'll wind up doing is just grinding out of the wagons and use it up if I can. If nothing else, I guess I could plow out a spot, let the ground freeze up, and just pile it on the ground and just grind off of that too. I don't think we'll be getting any more rain now. Of course, you never know, but till spring, so a little bit of snow on the corn is not going to hurt anything. But anyway, we'll run up here and see what this looks like. Well, looking from here, it looks like we do have a pretty good drift to get through. I'm going to definitely have to do some plowing, I think, unless I can get up here and maybe go around, but I'm not sure. We may have to plow this out some. Right in here, I don't know how well it's showing up, but the field is bare, but this is where they plowed their driveway out here, which I got to move that, which is no big deal, but see if we can get that cleared out, I guess. So we'll have to come up here with the skid steer and see if we can plow this out of the way. Well, I drove up. I was going to talk to them and let them know that I was going to be there plowing at the end of the driveway, just so they knew what was going on, but nobody was home. But I was looking as I was driving up along the field edge there. They've got a row of trees planted, but I think there's a spot there that I could get through between the trees, no problem. And there's hardly any snow up there at all, just a little bit of a ridge from where they plowed. I thought they had snow fence ran along that whole thing, but they don't. So I'm going to wait till hopefully there's somebody around there later, see if they mind if I just go between their trees there. And I don't think there's anything else planted in there, but I want to make sure first. Then I could get up there. I don't think it would be any problem. But so anyway, we're going to work on getting the Uni brought home now anyway, and I'm sure I probably got to get, sometimes when you get that rain and snow like this, the conveyor on the back freezes up a little bit, so I'm going to have to get that thawed out and moving again, unless it's warm enough today that it opened up. But we'll see what happens there. We'll get some video of that once I get over there and get that fired up. picker home. I hadn't heard back from him yet, so I had just parked it here by the driveway. But he messaged me back and said he actually got a spot opened up there, up the hill. He's come right on up between their trees up there. So we're gonna see if we can get this up the hill and out there. I'm hoping I make the hill all right. It's a little bit icy on that hill, so we'll see. It's cooled off quite a bit now. It's getting later in the afternoon, so I think that'll make it a little better. But we'll get up the hill and see if we can get out to the corn. I'm not going to pick tonight because my conveyor on this picker has got some ice in it. I got to get heated up and cleaned out, but I'll have to bring the propane heater up there maybe tomorrow, get that thawed out, get my head swept out, and get the gravity boxes swept out. But we get it up there anyway. If we can get in there good, that's a major step. So we'll get a little more video going up the hill and hopefully we make it. Side a little bit, see if I can stay on the gravel. So I'm spinning there a little bit. But we made it. Oh, perfect. He's got it opened up right here. That'll be nice. Perfect. Is actually over there, but it looks like it's drifted pretty good there, so I'm just going to stay on the edge of that. This is also where we're going to have to pull the loads of corn out of, so there's no sense to go plowing through the big drifts if we don't have to. Yeah, the rest of this looks pretty good here. Bare ground there. See, the deer have been up here. I'm sure they're enjoying this corn. Well, there we go. We made it up here. I am very thankful for that because I was really not sure how that was going to go, but being able to just go up their driveway a little bit and cut over, that made a big difference. It was hardly drifted at all there. So this corn was not very good corn. If you remember, we chopped. This was all supposed to be picked, but with the dry weather we had, this stuff just didn't come around as well, so we chopped all this off. This chunk here was a little better, so I decided to leave this for picking. We just chopped off the end rows, so I don't know what's here, 4 acres or so maybe. Hopefully the deer left me something. See what we got here. These aren't very big ears, but I guess the other stuff I picked wasn't either, so it'll make feed anyway. But yeah, there's still ears there. So anyway, I'll go back and do chores now, and maybe try to come up here sometime tomorrow and get that conveyor going and get the wagons up here and maybe pick a few loads. Well, we're back up here. We got the beast fired up. It's December 3rd, about 14 degrees above zero, but it doesn't feel like that. There's a pretty good wind blowing. The sun feels all right. You get out of the wind, but we're gonna hook up. We got a gravity box up here. We're gonna hook up and see what the deer left for us. I'm hoping I don't have trouble on that far end. There's not a lot of snow here, but it might be drifted a little bit over there, so we'll see what we get into. But have the boys try to get a little bit of video, but we're gonna let this beast warm up a little bit first. Been in here helping themselves. They've eaten quite a bit, but like right here, this corn is really short, which I knew. This field did not take the drought very well at all, but seems like that's what the deer have hit up most, is the shorter stuff, which is good, I guess, because the better ears are like we get down in here where it's a low spot and it had more moisture. The corn is way better. It's picking really dirty, a lot of trash coming through, but that's mostly because it's so mature and it's so cold. There's just no moisture in the stalk, so it's just pulling everything in. But I think there's not a lot here. This is kind of a triangle-shaped field. So I just about got a load now. I don't know how well you can see. There's a lot of trash in there, but I don't know. I got 2 wagons left to fill, and I would think it'll get pretty close to fitting in there. I do need to grind feed here probably in a day or two, so I'll just grind out of the wagon anyway. So we'll make a little more room if we need. But the picker seems to be going through the snow all right. It's not drifted too bad up at this end. The spot where I was drifted the most on the hill there, I've been going downhill, so that helps. But I should have maybe just chopped the rest of this for silage, but what do you do? It'll get a few extra loads anyway, so I think this would have been really good if it wouldn't have been so dry out. Hey everybody, welcome back. It's a couple days later. We just picked that one load there the first day. We had to get going. Yesterday I didn't pick anything because it was like a high like 9 above. And I didn't even think this picker would probably start. It's just too cold. I wasn't going to mess with it. But today it's in I think the load of mid-20s above zero today, so it's kind of a heat wave. Picker started all right, so we're going to go see. We can either fill these 2 wagons or finish the field or both. Maybe get a little bit more footage for you, and we'll see how that goes. we're back in the yard here now. I got all the wagons home. We had not quite 3 loads. So we actually ground a load of feed out of this one, and I got a little bit left in here. So I'm just running it into the skid steer, and I got the other 2 wagons on the other side of the feed bin there, just kind of topping them off. So that way I'm just going to leave the corn in the wagons, so then I got less wagons I have to cover with a tarp. So I'm just going to get that finished up here. It's only another bucket load or so in here, because we got some snow coming, not tomorrow, but the next 2 days. Sounds like we could get up to 9 inches over those 2 days, like 3 to 9 inches. So a couple different blasts coming through. So get some tarps on it. I put it in a shed, but I got some open shed space, but it's not tall enough to get the wagons in, so we'll just throw tarp over them. And even if they do get some snow on them this time of the year, it's not going to hurt anything anyway, but just better to keep as much of that out of there as possible. So anyway, you can tell it's cold. I'm getting a little frosted up, but anyway, I want to thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. God bless, and we'll see you in the next one.
So what do? Kelly, what do you do then? Well, we look to grow the demand for beef in any way we can, through promotion, consumer education, research, and then there's a piece of that that's called producer communication. That's built into the law. That is me being in front of you here, telling you what's going on with the checkoff, going to meetings where folks are at, so you know who your board is and how those dollars are being spent.